The Galaxy Z Flip 5 and iPhone 14 Pro are two flagship phones from Samsung and Apple. Despite both devices looking completely different from the inside out, they do share the same price tag. So if you have a grand lying around and are contemplating which smartphone to buy next, I am here to help you make a decision in this video. When we use a phone, we almost always spot the design first. Fortunately, both the Galaxy Z Flip 5 and iPhone 14 Pro offer modern looks that are easy on the eyes. Starting with the Samsung phone's back, it's made of Gorilla Glass Victus 2 in aluminum. You also get two horizontally placed cameras and a much larger 3.4-inch cover display than on earlier flip phones. The other half is plain and lacks any meaningful design elements. The two halves are connected by an uprated hinge that allows you to fold the phone completely. Additionally, the cover display allows you to get some tasks done quickly while the phone is folded, and it also supports running compatible apps. Flipping the device over, you're welcomed by an edge-to-edge 6.7-inch display with a 120Hz refresh rate. What's so special about this screen, though, is that you can actually fold it in half. So you get to use this folding mechanism as a kickstand alternative when taking photos or videos with the phone set aside. That's not to mention that if you fold it all the way, storing it in smaller pockets becomes easier. Moving on to the iPhone 14 Pro, on the backside, you get the classic matte glass with a center Apple logo. Towards the top left corner lies the Pro Camera System bump, which houses the different lenses, flashlight, LiDAR scanner, and microphone. When you flip the phone over, there's an all-new dynamic island towards the top. For those unfamiliar, this recent introduction blurs out the screen cutout by incorporating some software features into it, such as displaying live activities there. Otherwise, it's a regular 6.1-inch OLED with support for up to 120Hz refresh rates. So in terms of design and display, the key factor is the foldable mechanism. That's because both devices otherwise look modern and offer sharp screens. That's not to mention that you could always buy a case for the Galaxy Z Flip 5 or iPhone 14 Pro to hide the original design if you dislike it. You wouldn't want to spend $1,000 on a device that offers a mediocre experience. Fortunately, both the Galaxy Z Flip 5 and iPhone 14 Pro pack excellent chips, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and Apple A16 Bionic respectively. While the A16 scores higher in most relevant tests, except for GPU ones, both chipsets perform remarkably well, and you can expect the two to support new features for years to come. What's arguably more important in this round is the operating system that powers each phone. If you're already invested in Apple's ecosystem, then you may appreciate the familiar interfaces, apps, and continuity features available on the iPhone 14 Pro between other iDevices. Similarly, if you have a Samsung tablet or smart device, then the Galaxy Z Flip 5 will likely play nicer with it. You also may want to consider the battery life and charging before buying a new device. While it's too early to tell how long the battery life is on the Galaxy Z Flip 5, you can expect it to last a full day on a single charge with average use. After all, most modern smartphones now offer this by default. However, there are a lot of ways to charge a phone. For example, the Galaxy Z Flip 5 offers wireless power share support, allowing you to charge other QI-enabled devices using your Samsung phone. Meanwhile, the iPhone doesn't support this feature, but includes MagSafe compatibility. Otherwise, both devices support wireless and fast wired charging. This round is a win for Samsung since the performance is similar on both phones, minus the operating system, so the biggest difference between the two is reverse wireless charging support. Moving on to another key aspect to consider, the cameras. With many of us relying on our smartphones to document our lives visually, we'd expect high-quality output. Notably, the iPhone's cameras are better than the Galaxy Z Flip 5's, and there are some major differences between the two. With the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, you get 12 megapixels dual camera system on the rear side, featuring wide and ultra-wide lenses. Meanwhile, the iPhone 14 Pro offers a 48 megapixels wide lens, 12 megapixels ultra-wide lens, and 12 megapixels telephoto lens. So expectedly, you can expect the output to be superior on the iPhone, especially since it allows you to shoot in RAW too. On the front side, you get a 10 megapixels camera on the Samsung phone, while the iPhone offers a 12 megapixels true depth camera. The latter enables you to 3D map your face and activate features like portrait mode selfies and Face ID authentication. As a result, this is another clear win for Apple. Apart from that, both phones have some exclusive camera features like flaw detection on the Galaxy Z Flip 5 and cinematic and action video modes on the iPhone 14 Pro. If you heavily rely on your smartphone's camera, especially to shoot videos, then the iPhone is definitely a device to get. If you prefer a durable phone that will likely last you longer, then the iPhone 14 Pro is the winner. Not only that, but it also has a superior processor and camera system. Additionally, if you decide to sell it down the road, it likely will have a higher resale value when compared to that of Samsung. The iPhone may not be the most innovative device out there, but it sure is reliable and powerful, especially if you're stuck in the Apple ecosystem.